Selam. I wanted to make an Ethiopian masterpiece, but my kitchen had other plans. I tried to recreate their beautiful cabbage dish, but let's just say the cabbage won this battle. But don't click away. Wait until you see how it turned out. Selam. I started with the dream team: onions, peppers, ginger, and garlic. Those are the needed basics for this Ethiopian recipe. Everything was smelling so good, and I was genuinely convinced I was about to be a world class chef. I was so convinced. Shame on me. I'm just an onion lover, and I've realized that actually there are people out there that do not like onion. I don't know how is that possible, but for me, I need to have onions always in my food. I don't care whether I slice it thin or big, because there are people that do not want to see onions in their food. But till now, I don't really care, And I believe that onions, they are optional. I mean, they're not optional. They are what's that? They are compulsory because they have a way of turning simple dishes into something very delicious. They have that something that cannot be found anywhere. Like there's a difference if you can just, cook, especially like a stew or something without onions and just only add peppers. There will be a difference. And back to the recipe. I really wanted to try this because I've heard that Ethiopian food is just incredible. They have this way of taking humble ingredients like simple cabbage and potatoes and turning them into something so flavorful and comforting. And I've also seen videos of how they do it, and I was so excited to bring those bold, warm spices into my own kitchen. Today, I really wanted to see if I could capture that same soul of flavor in my own space. I'm someone who likes experimenting with different food. Like, I get so bored just eating one and the same thing over and over again. And also, I am very enthusiastic. Is it that right word? I don't know. But I'm just a fan of wanting to know how other people from other cultures eat, what do they wear, just everything about other cultures. I'm just so obsessed with that. So I was really excited when I saw this recipe online, and what made it so much exciting for me was these are the ingredients that I have at home, so I didn't need to break my pockets in order to try this recipe. It was something that I had, and actually the recipe is not really far from our South African ingredients. It's just that I've never prepared it this way before. Yeah. But then reality hit. I think I got too hungry and let the heat get away too high for this little pot. By the time I added the cabbage, it was already getting a bit chaotic in there. I wanted it to be perfect, but the pot and the stove were definitely on a different schedule than I was. And adding salt, I have to be really careful in order not to be Lot's wife. Because salt, if it's better for food not to have enough salt than food to have a lot of salt, because people will never be able to eat that. Guys, I'm not even going to lie to you guys. I am disappointed. The cabbage is definitely overcooked, and then the bab, you know, it is something else. I had this big vision of rolling it up to get, though that authentic Ethiopian injera vibes. But as you can see, it just cracked under the pressure. It was basically telling me, girl, stay in your lane. Yeah, the picture that I had in my head didn't materialize, but it tasted better than it looked. The cabbage really tasted better because of, I don't know because of what, but just because of this Ethiopian recipe. But it didn't look like it.